Hi, and welcome to the positioning statement video. What I want to explain here is our approach, our philosophy of care in the office, how we'll be taking care of people. I'm going to try to be as truthful as I can when I explain things, and if some certain things are a little complicated, I'll try to explain them as best I can and not try to brush over too much stuff. So my goal as the doctor in the office is obviously to serve the people that are coming to the office. But sometimes in serving people, we need to do what's best for them and not always what they want. Because oftentimes your little children, maybe they always want ice cream, but maybe that's not always what you should give them. So I want to try to provide the care that you need, not always what you want, but try to serve you in the best way that I can. And we need to explain a bit of that as I go through this video. So how do we approach the care? We have to realize that we're talking about our healthcare system, and when you really look at our healthcare system, it's called the healthcare system, but if I'm going to ask you a direct question, when do you utilize our healthcare system? And the answer to that is usually when you're sick, right? So what's happening is we're calling it a healthcare system, but it's really a disease care system. So that whole model of approaching people's health is actually causing trillions of dollars of expenditures, and we're really not progressing much in helping people really be healthier. And we need new strategies. We have to do something different. We have to think differently and ask better questions for ourselves and what kind of care we're going to provide to people. So Einstein once said something to the effect of, you cannot solve a problem with the same level of thinking that existed when the problem initially started. So if we keep trying to do what we're already doing in our healthcare system over and over again and spending more money on it, we're really not going to change things. It's almost like, it was explained to me one time, like a train that's lost its brakes and it's going down a hill and we're all inside the train, and we say, well, what can we do to save ourselves? Well, let's all go to the back of the train. Well, the train's going to keep going. Let's all go to the right side, maybe we can careen it off the tracks, but the train keeps going. What you actually have to do is jump out of the train and get on a train that's going in the other direction. And that's kind of what we're trying to do here, is provide something new. So the care in my office, you'll see the different videos on the site, it looks a little different than what people are expected, or what they're used to, I guess. Because we're actually trying to develop strategies in the body that really haven't been there before, to help people do something new, provide a different kind of service. So if we're going to look at our healthcare system, the old system we're calling it disease care or illness care, and the new system we're calling it wellness care. So in the old system, it was kind of based on fear. It was all based on the doctor's analysis of the person. We have to correct the cause of what happened. It's very reactive. You only do something when you feel something bad happened to you. The new kind of system we're looking at, well, it's based on the person's self-assessment of their body. How do they feel inside? Because sometimes people can actually have problems with their health, but they can really be in the wellness model. There's some people that are deathfully ill, but they're actually really, they're an inspiration to be around sometimes. They're really great people. They've made peace with themselves and that kind of thing. So their wellness quotient might actually be really high, even though they might have a health challenge. So the old system is very reactive. The new system is kind of proactive. The old way of looking at things is like we got sick because of bad bugs, bad luck, or bad genes. In the new system, we're going to look at, well, the body is actually intelligent. Anytime we have a disease, this may seem like a strange statement, but there's no such thing as pathology in the body. We call it's only adaptive physiology. If you have high blood pressure, your body gave you high blood pressure. If you have high cholesterol, your body gave you that. Sometimes people have tumors and the body did that stuff to keep itself alive. It's adapting to the stresses of our life and what we're putting in our bodies, what's in our environment, etc. So the new model is we have to eat well, we have to move well, and we have to think well to have a new body and a new life. So that's kind of where we're trying to do our care. The old system is we do something when something's broken. The new system is when we're pregnant, we're already getting care. When our children come out, we're already getting our children under care. That's a proactive way of providing wellness and health to our bodies and to a future generation. So the old way is looking at things like, well, why did this happen? I got in a car accident and that caused my problem. Just give me a crack and get me on my way. The new system is, okay, what can I do to have a more flexible body, a more flexible life? Because we know that when you have a more flexible spine, you'll have a more flexible nervous system, and then you'll be a more flexible person in this stressful society that we have. So in chiropractic, we talk about the problem, if you want to call it that we work on in the spine. We call it a subluxation. It's a big word, and there'll be another video where I'll go into depth in that. And my objective is not to scare people, because that's the old way. Oh, you need this care. If you don't get this, your spine is going to degenerate. That's not what we're looking at. We're looking at developing new strategies and new approach to health, and you'll see that in another video. So if you might be interested in this kind of care, because if this really can change people's lives sometimes if they do it properly. In the testimonies, if you look at Italian testimonials, the blog there in Italian, even if you don't understand Italian, there's a lady named Dora. You'll see Testimonianza Dora. You could just look at her. She was just explaining what happened to her in my office, and she almost starts crying about how it actually changed her life. And it's way more than something like I just made her neck pain go away. Okay, it really changed, and she's almost in tears about how much her life had actually changed. And so this thing, the way we approach this, really can change people's lives and really improve a family's health. But it has to be done in the proper way. So it's like a strategy. It's almost like learning how to play the piano. If you practice one time, you're not going to be that good. But if you're practicing regularly, you're going to get a lot better. That's how this care works. It's like going to the gym. You can't expect to go once and have a body like Arnold Schwarzenegger used to have. Okay? So if you would like to develop these kind of strategies in your body, you can watch the videos. You'll understand everything, how I approach the bodies, the other type of the care that we kind of provide in the office. If you're interested in developing a partnership with me, then look for the place where it says become a practice member with Dr. Marco. Fill out the form, and whenever I have my office open in Toronto, you'll be able to come in and we'll start our new healthcare voyage together. So thanks, look at all the other videos, try to get as informed as you can, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.